I received this item as a Christmas gift, and I am unable to determine its purpose. It appears to be made of steel and has no visible markings. The components that connect are slightly hollowed out, and the arms or handles at the top overlap when pressed together. Any ideas? It's a modified Mason Hewitt mouth gag, historically used to keep patients' mouth open during surgery to prevent suffocation. My wife dug this up in the backyard garden. It's about 1.5 inches square, made of a soft metal. It looks like some kind of sad clown. My wife said it was bent when she found it, and she bent it back. The backside exposed metal is pockmarked. Anyone know what this is? This, some kind of vintage brooch missing the latch piece. In my new house's front yard, I found a gray and black plastic object with another one located across the path. They appear to be firmly attached to the ground. Additionally, when I attempt to lift the black piece as if it were a lid, it remains affixed to the rest of the structure. A reverse image search on Google yielded no results. Any ideas what this thing is? This is a garden hose guard, designed as a decorative peg to prevent your hose from dragging over your plants while you reposition it. I found this item among my grandfather's belongings. It is a wooden tool with a small mirror mounted on a sliding wooden arm, likely crafted from teak. The item measures 3.25 inches in length, 1 inch in width, and 5/8 inch in thickness, weighing 17 grams. There are no inscriptions or symbols on it. The circular part serves as a mirror, and there is a small felt circle opposite the mirror. The sliding arm features a thumb protrusion, indicating it was intended for one-handed use. Any ideas what this thing is? This is vintage tool for cleaning record player needles, 1970s LP albums. I found a metal object that resembles a candle holder with an adjustable holster. It is quite heavy, larger than a hand, and symmetrical in shape, approximately the size of 2 bottled water bottles. Surprisingly, it has significant weight. At the bottom of the holster, there is a small spike-like protrusion, which led me to consider the candle holder theory. However, due to its weight and the adjustable nature of the holster, I remain uncertain about its purpose. Each side features a pair of metal protrusions, which I suspect may be intended for mounting. Unfortunately, I do not have any background information on its previous owner, as I found it at a church yard sale. Any ideas? This is a scale model of a mortar, representing a typical reproduction found in museum shops. It has been cast from zinc or an alloy. Please refrain from attempting to drill a touch hole and fire it, as these models are not designed to withstand the pressure generated by a powder charge. A mysterious rock or fossil that has been in my family since my great-great-great-uncle unearthed it while farming. It was originally much larger, but my family used it as a doorstop for many years, which caused it to lose some of its mass. The exterior features smooth, honeycomb-like structures, while the interior reveals crystalline formations. I believe it may be a type of mineral formation. My grandfather took it to Stephen F. Austin State University in Nacogdoches for examination, but the staff were unable to identify it. They suggested sending it for further testing, but my grandfather, being somewhat paranoid, chose not to trust them with it. Anyone know what this is? This is almost certainly the remains of gypsum-filled mud cracks, a gypsum cast or mold. Gypsum-filled mud cracks are well known by geologists and found in ancient evaporate lake depots, but it's rare to see one weathered out like this specimen. I found this item in the crawl space of a residence in Southern California. It is approximately 2 feet tall and appears to be a type of gas heater, featuring a valve that connects to a gas line and a pipe with small openings running through it. Unfortunately, there are no engravings or markings to provide further information regarding its specific purpose or age. Any ideas what this thing is? It's a gas heater, circa 1930s to 50s. You're seeing the side gas valve and the back, Flue opening covered. I found a heavy antique wooden hanging container with a swiveling mechanism at a storage auction. This piece features an open-ended tapered design measuring 28 inches by 14 inches with a base width of 5 inches and a top width of 10 inches, and it weighs approximately 30 pounds. The wood is dense and robust, reinforced with metal, and the nails appear to be handcrafted. The hooks are strategically placed so that, when hung, the opening faces downward. Just a few inches below the hooks, there are metal pegs on either side of the container, indicating that it may swivel on a pivot. The larger side showcases a wood grain reminiscent of tiger eye, while the smaller end has been modified with a scalloped edge. Unfortunately, there are no maker's marks, stamps, or dates to determine its origin. I have conducted searches using terms such as antique, swiveling, hanging, heavy wood and metal, conveyor bucket, wagon or carriage box, weapon holster, horse or mule pack, and blacksmith box, among others. But the results have yielded various objects that do not closely resemble this one. Any ideas what this thing is? This is 19th century wooden harvesting hod with cast iron strapwork and carrying handle. I found a metallic object at a thrift store in Switzerland. What is its purpose? We intended to use it as a holder for breakfast spoons with jam. The item weighs approximately 20 grams and has a metallic silver finish with some patina. It features a handle inscribed with Chateau de Meursault, which is a French winery that currently has an operational website offering general information in a shop. The logo appears to be the imprinted emblem on the object. Any ideas? It's a wine tasting cup. What is a taste-of-vine cup, and why do sommeliers wear it around their neck? Dating back as far as the 15th century, a taste-of-vine is a small, shallow wine tasting cup, usually silver, that was used by winemakers to evaluate the color and clarity of a wine. Centuries ago, all of this evaluating was done in a dark, candlelit cellar, so the taste-of-vine was designed with indentations in its sides that catch and reflect light, making it possible to see through the wine to check clarity. Taste-vine design varies with the type of wine to be evaluated. A taste-vine with small linear grooves, Gordons, is designed for evaluating white wines. A taste-vine with round indentations, cupules, is for red wines. Sometimes the two forms were combined in a single taste-vine. What is this metal object, approximately 4 inches wide and 8 inches long? It is too rusted to move, but has a hinge in the center. It is marked with B3 or 8, 949. I spoke with my father, who discovered it, and he mentioned that the field where it was found used to be an elevator prior to Oklahoma's statehood in 1907, suggesting it likely dates back to the late 1800s. Anyone know what this is? This component is part of an antique balance beam scale, located at the outboard end of the beam. The pivoting section swings downward to secure the beam when it is not in operation. In the image, you can observe this part on the right end of the beam, positioned just above the hanging weight. In this instance, the lever knob protrudes from the end, whereas in your model, it is integrated into the top of the swinging paddle.